Hey! So, good morning. My name is Charvát. I work at the Sisyphus Employment Agency. In this agency, we specialize in filling redundant positions. I am pleased to say, and you are a proof of it, that the interest of redundant positions in the domestic market is steadily growing. Just a few years ago, we did run up against people's rather selfish desire to be useful in some way. However, this trend is thankfully on the wane. I have prepared a lecture of 4 key trends in HR on the threshold of a new era or pandemic of great ideas. Trend number 1. What is that? Yeah, trend number 1. What is that? The company of the future. Lukáš Bakos, who was here this year too, speaks very often about a company without managers, about how it's faster, more efficient and even more adaptable in a crisis. However, in Denmark, they are even one step further. In Denmark, they have created a first company of this kind, a company that works not only without managers, but also without employees and customers. In this company, nobody works, and this company does not produce or provide any services. So it does not produce anything. This is what the headquarters look like, near Copenhagen. Nobody believed at this first. Nobody thought it could work in the long term, says the founder Jäger Ike, who, as it turns out, doesn't exist either. Here you can see the picture of him with his mother, who decided to be childless. Although experts were initially skeptical towards this idea, the first month already showed that this approach could be an inspiration for many companies. The company survived the COVID crisis very well. Not a single employee has been infected or was infected without any measures. The epidemiologists attribute this to extremely careful space between the employees. The costs of running the company have been almost zero and have been at an all-time low since the beginning. If they fall any lower, they will start to hit negative values and the company will start to make a profit without doing anything. It is also worth mentioning that the company has traditionally topped the ranking of companies with the smallest carbon footprint. But what the marketers were really shocked by was the popularity of the company among respondents. People repeatedly quoted this as more popular and more meaningful than many existing companies. I like that this company doesn't try to instill false needs in me, so I have more time to myself. I like that I can go for a walk without the company's ad insulting my intelligence and lowering my self-esteem. So the real genius of this company lies, in fact, in it that the company is not trying to satisfy any needs, so the company has also no need to create them. This allows it to afford a marketing mix that its competitors can only dream of. Namely, it can leave people alone. And in doing so, it can give them the most valuable commodity of the 21st century, which is the peace of mind, or the holy peace. Other companies have already started to be surprised by the success of the competitor and have been trying to find ways how to implement the strategy. Apple has already announced layoffs and some planned closures. And within 2 years, it's going to pull the iPad off the market. It's bullshit. It's just an oversized phone that you can't make phone calls with, said Tim Cook. Facebook has announced that from 2024, it will not have a name at all. And Amazon is launching a new service called Nozama. Nozama won't be delivering things to people, but taking them away. The minimalists are thrilled. However, the Chamber of Distrainers is worried about their existence. Trend number 2, gastro problems. The hospitality sector is undergoing major upheaval due to the COVID. Michal told me that all cooks have left and haven't come back yet. Restaurants were closed for a while, then open again, such as Roman Janošek, who was in and out of prison. This was causing great uncertainty in the industry and labor drain. Unfortunately, people from the hospitality industry find it difficult to find employment in other sectors. A number of professional deformities is the cause, deformities that people accumulate over the years in the hospitality industry. One is incapability to speak normally. If you are a waiter, you keep using these diminutive as like, do you have a wishy-wish? Would you like a little beer or thirsty breast? This is typical of Czech, these diminutives. So you lose the ability to express yourself like normal people. This causes difficulties, especially to requalify in positions that require authority. For example, if somebody who worked in the hospitality industry tries to get a new qualification as a police officer, then you might have be facing difficult situations such as, do you know why I stopped you? No, your car. My little car. What color is this? Ready red or red red? And what was the color that you saw on the trafficy light? And then the driver asks, are you from the gastro service? Okay, quiet. Hold your mouth, shut your mouthy mouth. You will get a little fine. 5,000 crowns. So we are halfway through the lecture. Yeah, let's have a fit break. If you're not standing yet, please stand up now. All of you who are not standing. I really mean it. Great, excellent, thank you. Okay, stay seated. It's fine. I know your back hurts. But raise your fist like this. And exercise like this a little bit. And now raise the third finger from the left. Yes, and now we're exercising our forearm. This is great prevention for carpal tunnels. This fit break relaxes stiff muscles and emotions that's been hidden. I really recommend this fit break. It should be included at the end of every company meeting. You gave up so fast. It really is very suitable to release tension and not to psychosomatize. Okay, now I am the only vulgar person here. If you have a little bit of time, yeah, you can use this fit break in your office, when you're in the queue, in your car, or at work, or at home. Now, trend number 3. COVID brought the golden era of e-shops. It turned out that e-shops are the uncrowned winners of the COVID crisis. They have grown by tens to hundreds of percent because it turned out that to lock people at home, deprive them of social contact and constantly remind them that death lurks outside is by far the most effective way to increase conversions. The meteoric rise of e-commerce has caused a reversal in the realm of manhunters. The most in-demand species is no longer the programmer, but the warehouse worker. Everyone who resisted the call of Java or Python can congratulate themselves. Everybody who could place their bet on forklift and gloves is happy now. But headhunters are desperate, because the tricks that work for programmers don't work on warehouse workers. So let's now present a guaranteed way how to headhunt a warehouse keeper. And let's get the inspiration from the best. Amazon was looking for people who can divide by 2. They created a campaign on that. At the same time, they don't read small letters. So this is make 53,850 crowns in 2 months and more. And yes, call for free. AI in HR, that's trend number 4. We can see this coming more and more. In HR recruitment, artificial intelligence is increasingly on the go, and companies want employees, but only if they never have to meet them again. So increasingly, you have job interviews where the candidate interviews him or herself. Have you ever seen that? It's a so-called self-interview, where you interview yourself while your face is being scanned by a psychometric system that assesses the risk of schizophrenia outbreak. Oh yeah, this is schizophrenia. Yes. And maybe you know this person. Do you know it? This is Tengai. Tengai is an HR skinhead and AI. During job interviews, he shows no prejudice and no emotion. Tengai doesn't care if you're Muslim, pansexual, or a populist politician. Tengai will put half of this hall out of work in 2 years, and he will not feel a thing. However, the critics are afraid of dehumanization of the HR field, and they point out that Tengai still lags behind its human competitors. Instead of deep cleavage, he's got a loudspeaker. This is the warning by the psychiatrist Jan Cimitsky.